Color Zap is a hair color remover. It looks like this and you can grab it at Sally's. It removes any oxidative hair color. So any hair color that's paired with a developer to work, it will remove. It won't remove temporary or semi-permanent hair color. Those are more your fantasy colors, pinks, purples, blues, for example. So this is a good option if you colored your hair too dark, or if you want to target a spot if you just have dark ends. It also works really well for color buildup. If you have compacted hair color, permanent color over permanent color over permanent color, it'll help break through that. However, it's important to note that this is an ammonia-based color remover, which means it's mimicking bleach. So it's not only going to break through the color, but it will also lighten your natural hair. So it's not really recommended to do an all-over application. So just keep that in mind before you move forward, that this will lighten anything it touches. So in your box are gonna be two things. You'll have the color remover powder and the activator. The activator is optional. If you're doing a light correction like this, if I wanted to even this out, there's some splotches in here, I would not mix this with the activator. I would just mix this with warm water, and it'll give you a fill line for the water. So that's gonna be your blonder shades for water, about levels 7 to 9. Now, if you're working with darker shades like this, you wanna add the activator to the powder. And it's really simple. You wanna start by shaking just the powder because it gets a little clumpy. And the complete bottle of activator goes into the powder. Twist on the cap, make sure it's tight, and then you wanna shake this up really well until the powder disappears. And you wanna let it settle for a minute because if you open the top really quickly, it's gonna volcano at you. And you can apply this straight from the bottle. You'll wanna be careful because it is a really thin consistency, so just make sure you're wearing an old shirt because it will bleach the shirt you're wearing. Definitely wear gloves because again, it's ammonia based. It's gonna burn your hands. When you apply this, the hair is dry and you apply it just like hair color. We'll do this panel right here. Super thin subsections, and you're really making sure you evenly saturate this. And you're only applying it on the color you want to remove. I don't want to remove any color up here, touch her natural hair or this red. For one, this red is a semi-permanent hair color, so it's not gonna do anything. Well, actually that's not true. It will actually remove it, but it won't do much. Color remover all the way down, take your brush side to side, move it down, make sure everything is evenly saturated, only targeting what you're trying to remove. So for me, it's this dark color. And kind of run it through with your hands. You don't want to massage this in because you don't want this to hit the scalp. It's going to create a hot root. Moving down, apply it. Again, the hair is dry, super thin subsection, only covering what I want to remove. So you're just Bob Rossing it, picking out what you want to remove and painting it. So we're not dumping this all over the head. That's not what this is designed for. And we're just gonna do this little spot so you can see. This bottle is a one and done. You can't close this and save it for later. It needs to be used really within the hour of opening it. The processing time for this is a minimum of 5 minutes up to an hour. I would recommend covering it with a plastic cap, a shower cap. And to go back to the processing time, how you determine that is with your eyeballs. You're just watching this. This is very similar to bleach. There is really no time for bleach. You're just constantly checking it to see when it gets to that level that you like. For this, I'm just trying to break the base, so lift it 1 to 2 levels. I'm assuming that's gonna be about 20 minutes. But another thing you wanna consider when you're watching this is the condition of the hair. Much like lightener or bleach, this is not great for the hair, and it's definitely not recommended to perform this on someone who has super damaged hair. If the hair is already fried, this certainly isn't gonna help. It's going to make it worse. But no matter what the condition of the hair is, you do wanna follow this up with some sort of protein or conditioning treatment because essentially this is the first step in color correction. Right now, we're peeling the onion. We're removing the layers of color that you've put on your hair, and everyone's gonna have different results. We really don't know what's gonna pop up on this because it depends on what you've done to your hair. Do you have a lot of box color on your hair? Do you have some professional, some box color? Do you have loads of permanent color? We don't know. It's breaking through that. But to go back to that, this is the first step in color correction. So you apply a product like this, you rinse it out, which we'll talk about in a minute, and then you apply a conditioner filler, protein filler if needed, and then you apply the color. All that to say that you're pretty much going to have to bet on coloring your hair after this. Not many times does it really give you a nice, desirable color. Going back to, it's just step 1 to color correction. It's breaking up the base so you can apply the color you want. And I got some on my shirt, so if you spray Tresemme, works really well. It'll stop the process of that so it doesn't ruin your clothes. And sorry, my voice is getting raspy. I've been talking all day. And you can repeat this, but it's not recommended to repeat this in the same 24 hours. So if we apply it, leave it for the full 60 minutes, and we're like, whoa, that still looks terrible. It's not to the level that I want. Wait a full 24 hours, and as long as your hair is in good condition, you can repeat this till you get that desired result. When we see with our eyes that, okay, this is the level that I'm happy with, or maybe even this is all that my hair can take. You'll take some hair, push the product down, and see if you're happy with that level. Remember, it's wet, so it's gonna look a little bit darker. Once you're happy with the level, you'll rinse this with lukewarm water for 10 minutes, which seems like forever, but it is a really necessary step, because if you don't get all of this out, it's not going to accept the hair color that you put on top of it. It's going to break through that and give you a splotchy hair color. So it is recommended to set a timer and really just run water through your hair for 10 minutes. You also want to avoid scrubbing your hair, because you don't want to push this product on your root or your scalp and create hot roots or little splotches here. So you're literally just rinsing it. After you rinse it for 10 minutes, you'll shampoo it. You can lightly condition the ends if you need to. You'll blow dry it if that's required for your next hair color step. Otherwise, you're good to go to apply your next color. Any product you have left in the bottle, you'll want to discard it. If you leave it in this bottle, it will explode out of it. Here it is after I've rinsed it, and this was on for about 20 minutes. It's a nice even color. You can see the color difference when you pull it to the side. This was super dark. So we have a lighter canvas with just 20 minutes, so had we left it on for the full 60 minutes, it would have gotten lighter.